So the Republicans have been holding hearings, I should say, on the IRS scandal. Now, of course, not a scandal, as we've told you many times on the show. The IRS investigated conservative groups and liberal groups, but the Republicans and Fox News leave that out every time because they're goddamn liars. They just will refuse to acknowledge what is absolutely clear and provable. That's why even CNN didn't copy Fox News on this. They let it go when they realized, oh, they looked into both conservative and liberal groups. So there's no controversy, there's no scandal, right? Well, funny enough, as Darrell Issa is putting his sham hearings on, we find what the real scandal is, which is the dark money that those groups were collecting and spending on politics, and why the IRS was checking in on them in the first place. They wanted to know, well, if you're a 501c4, that's the category that they were filing under, you're supposed to be a social welfare group. Do you know that in the law, you're supposed to do exclusively social welfare work? Somehow that got interpreted into mainly social welfare work. So instead what they did was, social welfare my ass, I'm going to spend all the money in politics. So the IRS didn't over-investigated them. They under-investigated them. They should have looked into both conservative and liberal groups and said, hey, wait. What kind of social welfare are you doing? Is it exclusive? Is it even predominantly social welfare? Is there any social welfare? Or are you taking secret money, because in a 501c14 you don't have to reveal who gave you the money, taking secret money and spending it on politics to legally bribe our politicians? Well, Michael McAuliff in the Huffington Post explains. There was a simple way to clear that logjam, meaning that there was all these people they should have investigated. So the IRS did this. They said any group had to do to be granted tax-exempt status as a social welfare nonprofit under Section 501c4 of the U.S. Tax Code was to swear that it was in fact primarily engaged in social welfare work. Now, to make it easy, the IRS decided that groups had to pledge they would confine their political activity to less than 40% of their work. So they're saying to the groups, hey, listen, we can avoid this whole investigation, don't worry about anything, okay? All you gotta do is the simplest thing in the world, just a pledge that you spend at least 40% of your money on social, or at least 60% of your money on social welfare. If you're a social welfare group, there should be no problem, right? And as the hearing revealed, funny that the Republicans held these hearings, at least 19 groups trying to get tax-exempt status don't want to pledge that they will be 60%, even be 60% devoted to social welfare. So they will not raise their right hand and say, yes, we're going to do social welfare. They say, no, I'm not going to take that pledge. I'm going to take all the money and spend it on politics. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Because I bought the entire Republican Party. I got Fox News on my side. I'm going to spend all of it on politics. I'm going to spend all of it buying politicians. And there's nothing you can do about it. Who spent it? I don't know. It's a 501c14. It's secret. You can't tell. I'm a social welfare group. All right, good. Tell me you're a social welfare group. Nope, I won't say it. They didn't over-investigate these groups. They under-investigated them. If I was at the IRS, I'd roll up my sleeves and be like, show me the social welfare you did. Show me the charity that you did. Carl Rove runs one of these groups. Oh, please, Carl, step the fuck in. Step into my office and take a seat. I got all day, I got all week, I got all month, I got all year. Tell me the social welfare that you did. Do it to both conservative and liberal groups. They ain't doing any social welfare. It's just politics. It's a scam. It's a loophole. Thank you for having the hearings, you idiot Republicans, exposing the scam that's funneling the money to you. Okay, Michael McAuliff continues. What that suggests to proponents of increased campaign finance disclosure is that such groups then are less interested in pursuing social welfare and more interested in pursuing partisan politics while keeping their donors hidden. Bing, 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 bing. We have a winner! Yes, that's exactly what it is. Now, Sheldon Whitehouse, who's a senator from Rhode Island, decided he would do something about this. So the White House sponsored the proposed Disclose Act, which would mandate that 501c4 groups reveal donors who give more than $10,000. Currently, these groups are not required to identify their contributors at all. He's saying, like, if you're giving $200, you don't have to tell me who you are. If you're giving $9,900, you don't have to tell me who you are. But if you're giving over $10,000, okay, and that's a tiny, tiny percentage of the American people. I think it's, as we reported earlier in the show, 0.01% of Americans. Well, tell me who you are so I know who's actually funneling the money to politicians. Nope. The number of supposed social welfare groups ducking a pledge to do social welfare work highlights the underlying problem that the IRS bungled so terribly in addressing. Many of these groups are abusing the rules, and the vast majority of them were conservative, though liberals are trying to catch up. Okay. So Republicans will say, oh, well, okay, fine, you investigated conservatives and liberals, but you investigated more conservatives. Ha, 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 ha. Why? Because there's more conservative 501c4s and they spend more money. In fact, here I'll give you the exact numbers. In the 2012 elections, conservative groups spent $260 million in this category. Liberals, $35 million. I'd investigate all $295 million, but if you're going to do that, you're going to wind up investigating conservatives more because they're using more dark money. If I was President Obama and the Democrats, I wouldn't be embarrassed about that. I would be aggressive about that. It's because you're not playing politics against them. They're playing politics against you. It's about time you woke up and actually enforced the law, not for political reasons, but for the sake of our representative government. The real IRS scandal is that they never investigate these groups thoroughly. And in this particular case, the only group they followed up on was a liberal group. They followed up on none of the conservative groups that they initially did a search of. All free to go, all under the guise of social welfare, buying our government.